Kotlin sequences. Lazy collections for performance optimization. You have a list of 1 million items. You filter it, then map it, then take the first 5 results. With a regular list, Kotlin creates intermediate collections at each step. It filters all 1 million items, then maps all the filtered ones, then finally takes 5. Most of that work was wasted. Sequences solve this problem by processing elements one at a time. They only do the minimum work needed to get your result. Lists are eager. They process all elements at each step and create intermediate collections. Sequences are lazy. They process one element through all steps before moving to the next. With a list, filter runs on all 10 elements. Then map runs on all 5 even numbers, then first takes 1. With a sequence, it filters element 1, fails, moves to element 2, filters it, passes, maps it, and returns immediately. Only 2 elements were processed instead of 10. There are several ways to create a sequence. Call as sequence on any list or collection to make it lazy. Use sequence of to create a sequence from literal values. Use generateSequence with a seed value and a function that produces the next value. The sequence keeps generating values until the function returns null. And use the sequence builder with yield and yieldAll for full control over what values are produced and when. generateSequence is perfect for mathematical sequences. Give it a starting value and a function that computes the next value from the current one. For Fibonacci, start with the pairs 0 and 1. Each step produces the next pair by shifting values. Map to extract the first element of each pair. For powers of 2, start with 1 and multiply by 2 each time. Return null from the function to stop the sequence, like a countdown that stops at 0. The sequence builder uses yield to produce one value at a time. When you call yield, the sequence pauses and returns that value to the consumer. It only resumes when the consumer asks for the next value. This is true laziness. If you call first on a sequence with 3 yields, only the first yield ever executes. The other 2 are never reached. yieldAll produces multiple values from a list or another sequence at once. Sequences can be infinite. generateSequence with no null return produces values forever. The natural numbers, all prime numbers, all Fibonacci numbers, these are all infinite sequences. You must always use a limiting operation like take or first. Without a limit, your program would loop forever. In this example, we generate infinite natural numbers and filter for primes. The sequence only computes as many primes as we ask for with take 10. Sequences have 2 types of operations. Intermediate operations like filter, map, take, and drop are lazy. They return a new sequence without doing any work. Terminal operations like to list, first, sum, count, and for each are eager. They trigger the actual computation. Nothing happens until you call a terminal operation. This is the key insight. You can build up a long chain of transformations and nothing executes until the very end. Here is a practical file processing example. We take a list of strings representing file lines. We filter out blank lines with is not blank. We trim whitespace with trim. We filter out comment lines that start with hash. And we convert to uppercase with uppercase. Using as sequence, each line flows through all 4 operations before the next line starts. No intermediate collections are created. This is efficient for processing large files. Let's compare performance with 1 million elements. The list approach creates 2 intermediate collections, one from filter with 500,000 elements, and one from map. Then take grabs the first 5. The sequence approach processes elements one by one. It only needs to examine about 10 elements to find 5 that match. The rest of the million elements are never touched. For large collections with early termination, sequences can be hundreds of times faster. Use sequences when the collection is large, with thousands of elements or more. Use them when you chain multiple operations like filter, map, and take. Use them when you only need some of the results, like first or take 5. And use them when you want to avoid creating intermediate collections that waste memory. Use regular lists when the collection is small, when you need random access by index, when you need the full result anyway, or when you have a single operation. The Collatz sequence is a famous mathematical problem. Start with any number. If it is even, divide by 2. If it is odd, multiply by 3 and add 1. The sequence always reaches 1, though nobody has proven why. We implement it with generateSequence. When the value reaches 1, return null to stop. We can then find which starting number from 1 to 100 produces the longest Collatz sequence. Sequences make this kind of exploration elegant and efficient. Batch processing is another practical use case. The chunked operator groups elements into fixed-size batches. With sequences, each batch is processed before the next batch is created. This is useful when sending API requests in batches, writing to a database in groups, or processing data in manageable chunks. The flatten operator then combines all the processed batches back into a single sequence of results. You can use yieldAll to flatten nested data structures lazily. Given a list of categories, each containing a list of items, the sequence builder iterates through categories and calls yieldAll on each item list. The consumer receives a flat stream of all items across all categories. This is more memory efficient than flat map on a list because it does not create an intermediate flat list. Items are produced on demand. Paginated data loading is a perfect fit for sequences. The generateSequence function fetches one page at a time. When there are no more pages, it returns null. The caller can then use flatten to get a flat stream of all items across all pages. Pages are only fetched when needed. If the caller uses take to get the first 10 items and they all fit on page 1, page 2 is never fetched. This lazy loading saves network calls and memory. There is one important warning about sorted. While sorted is an intermediate operation that returns a sequence, it must collect all elements internally to perform the sort. This breaks the lazy benefit. If you have an infinite sequence and call sorted, your program will run forever trying to collect all elements. If you need sorting, consider whether a list would be simpler. Or put sorted at the very end of your chain after take to limit the elements. Here are the key rules for working with sequences. First, sequences are lazy, so nothing happens until you call a terminal operation like toList or first. Second, always call toList or another terminal operation when you need the result as a collection. Third, never iterate an infinite sequence without take or first, or your program will loop forever. Fourth, put filter before map to reduce the number of elements that need to be transformed. And fifth, do not overuse sequences for small collections where lists are simpler. Let's look at the order of operations one more time. With a list, filter runs on every element first, creating a new list. Then map runs on every filtered element, creating another new list. Finally, take gets the first few. With a sequence, the first element goes through filter. If it passes, it goes through map. If we have enough results, we stop. The remaining elements are never processed. This vertical processing model is what makes sequences efficient. Let's review everything we learned. Sequences are lazy collections that process one element at a time. Create them with asSequence, sequence of, generateSequence, or the sequence builder. Intermediate operations like filter and map are lazy. Terminal operations like toList and first trigger execution. Use sequences for large collections with multiple chained operations. Use lists for small collections or single operations. And remember, generateSequence with null termination handles infinite and finite sequences elegantly. If you liked this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more tutorials.